bro. Chill, dog.
Yo, 3 Diglets, man. What the fuck, bro?
That nigga crazy, bro. We're on YouTube,
Nigga
bro.
said for documentary purposes.
Louis, do you agree? Do you agree, Louis?
If it's what you want to do.
Come on, lady, show us something. No, I'm joking.
Oh, man.
Come on, young lady, show him.
Ah, shit, man. Next. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is a video?
That's the video you sent.
Okay, yeah. All right, ladies, does body count matter?
On a guy or on a girl?
We'll say both. We'll say with a guy first and on a woman.
Okay.
On a guy doesn't matter.
No.
No?
Yes and yes.
All right, raise
and
your
no.
hands if it's a no. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Raise your hands if it's a no.
If it's something like
It's in the
a
middle.
lot, you know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hold on, but do you even ask the guy?
What
you
when meet
said.
him?
Wait, what? Because he's not
Yeah, but
flat.
hold on. Hold on, but you wouldn't even know his body count.
He said it.
No, but I mean, let's say he didn't tell you though. You would never even know.
You're talking about if I'm in a relationship with a guy, or like who you're talking about that you didn't know.
You mean during or before?
It could be both. It could be before and then after you're in a relationship. Doesn't matter. How many of you? Just do a raise of hands, and you can explain if you want. How many of you guys say a man's body count does not matter? Raise of hands if it does not matter. Okay, 3 of you. Okay, you 2 are saying it does matter. Why does it matter for you?
It matters if it's like excessively.
Yeah,
a lot,
I mean-
like excessive amount.
And what is that number
like,
for you then?
Fuck. I mean, a guy is a guy, so I mean, like over 100. Like
I was
that's
thinking the same
crazy.
thing.
Over 100 is too
Over
much?
100?
That's crazy to me. I mean, also it depends on how old you are too.
But would you ask?
Absolutely.
Of course.
You're gonna ask a man his body count?
Yeah, because he gonna ask me mine, so I'm
I would ask.
Interesting. Okay. What about you? Why does it not matter? Or no. Why does it matter? Because you raised your hand.
Yeah,
You didn't raise your hand.
To me, it matters because I feel like it would either have to match mine or it could be like a little above mine.
Okay. So he's got to have a similar body count to you.
Yeah,
To 3?
yeah. If he's my age, yeah.
Interesting.
Age does matter.
Okay.
Like,
What's your boyfriend's body count?
I think I'm his first.
Whoa.
He lied.
How old is he?
He's a year younger than me, but he's like that nerdy.
How
he's like
old are
those
you?
shy nerdy when I first met
Oh,
him.
yeah, I get you.
So he took his
For
virginity.
Make this. All right. How many of you think a woman's body count matters? Yes or no?
No.
Does it matter?
It does,
I
yeah.
think it does.
Wait, what?
Okay. I'll make this easy. Raise your hand if you think a woman's body count does matter. Okay.
Okay.
4 out of you. You 2 say no. Why do you guys say no?
Because, like, don't judge my body count and I won't judge yours. Clean slate. Whatever happens in the past stays in the past.
All right. Cool. So what's your body count then? Since it don't matter.
It's under 20. I think it's like 19.
19.
18,
Talk
19.
your shit, queen.
I believe her, man.
Yeah.
That's
Talk
a
your
lot.
shit,
She's
yeah.
right. She lying too.
I kind of, like, lost, like, I stopped
Count.
counting, but, like, I know it's, like, under 20. And I'm not. It's
Okay,
not
so you stop
funny.
counting. Okay.
So, like, it's there. Don't judge mine, I won't judge yours.
All right. What about you? Why do you think it doesn't matter?
I think it doesn't matter because we're grown-ups and I feel like you should only be worried about the future, babe. No, but seriously, I can sit here and I can lie to a guy, which I've done before, and they completely believe me and be like, oh, you've only had 2 bodies? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I could tell because you're so tight. And
At
it's
least they're
like,
being honest. At least you're being
and it's
honest.
like, bro, like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I mean,
Like, no,
just
you
wanna hit,
guys,
man.
you guys think you guys could ever tell. You guys could not.
Oh, no,
at
no
all.
woman is ever
I
going to be
promise.
honest with their boyfriend about
Exactly.
it. Like, never,
and
ever, honest.
so that's why it doesn't matter, because at the same time, what man is telling their woman how many women they really slept with? Who's counting?
Yeah, exactly.
That part.
Like, once you hit a certain age,
Well,
somebody
some people in here
here,
count.
somebody in here has said it, and it's like once you hit a certain mark, you don't count no more. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You know what's funny though? Some people
Don't even ask
some people
what's
here
that
count.
certain mark, because
some
I
people here
don't know.
count, so you'd be
But-
surprised.
No, I stopped counting a long time ago.
Damn, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's fucking.
All right, let's go ahead and roll this video. This actually comes from my guy Wyron Gaines, one of the
Wyron.
guys that be clipping. my stuff on X. Shout out to him. He sent me this clip and said, react to this on after. So here we are.
Like somebody that would do this.
Why women's body count matters biologically, and this is from Neuroscience News Network.
Body count matters biologically. I'm a neuroscientist. Let me explain. Studies show that women absorb and retain the DNA of every man they've been with via sperm. This foreign DNA has been found in the brain, organs, and reproductive system, but nobody talks about the consequences. And that DNA isn't just stored, it's used in creating future children. A woman's past men leave a permanent biological imprint. Ever wonder why some kids resemble an ex more than their father? This is usually why. While the father provides most of the DNA, genetic material from past men is also used. And it's not just looks. Physical and mental disorders can be passed down as well. The more men a woman has been with, the higher the risk of negative mutations in her future children. So ladies, your past doesn't disappear. Every man leaves a mark on your body and your future children. And fellas, think twice before having a child with a woman who's been with too many men, because you won't be the only one shaping that child. Disturbing? Alarming? Let me know in the comments.
Wow.
I've seen that video before. But does the guy have to come inside the woman for him to leave the DNA inside her?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Swallowing doesn't count.
if he
So just use a
doesn't,
condom and you'll be safe.
Yeah. Swallowing.
exactly.
So
if
if he doesn't
come
come,
inside her or like pull out
he
or
pulls
swallow
out.
or whatever, then it doesn't count. Doesn't
really,
go
really,
into
if
her
you use a
DNA.
condom,
I don't know.
it doesn't
Listen,
count. So
that's
Trying to be
perfect.
funny. Swallowing. See what you did there.
no, really, if you use a condom though.
Yeah.
All right, what are your thoughts on the videos, ladies? Disturbing.
I think
Factual.
I think it'd be disturbed. If I was a guy, I'd be disturbed
Yeah.
With a high body count or disturbed by what specifically?
Yeah,
by the high body
yeah.
count.
Oh, with a woman with a high body count, you'd be disturbed.
Yeah.
What about you? What are your thoughts?
No, same.
You'd be disturbed.
I'll be
If you were a
disturbed with
man?
if I was a man and my girl was like running the streets with a high body, yeah,
Running the
because then
streets.
everybody would know.
All right, fair. Guys, let's hit 3,000 likes, by the way, man. Let's get the engagement up on YouTube. As you guys know, right, YouTube sucks, but it is what it is. That's how we find how we market. So get on there. 3,000 likes on there. Got about 10,000 you guys watching. So,
Yep.
What about you?
Yeah, I definitely find it disturbing, to be honest.
What, man? Woman with a high body count?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what about you? What are your thoughts?
It's disturbing, and also like that could also make him feel insecure too, because y'all going out and he looking around like, damn, who hit my woman? Like,
You got
like
some
all
friends
these
that are.
people.
You got some friends that are thoughts,
No, not in,
or former friends, or former friends.
not even former friends. It's retired again. We're forgetting 32. They're
Retired.
Well, not you. I wasn't saying you. I was talking
No, I
about
said friends.
your. Okay.
Married.
So they're
Friends are
retired?
Right.
Retired.
No, not all my friends were thoughts, but we are grown now, so no, they're not thoughts anymore.
There's a theory going around that if you put a woman's body count on her forehead, the world will be in disarray.
Well, actually, it'd be a better place.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's her argument. Men would be disturbed.
Would be disturbed.
Okay.
They would. I mean, if I were a man and my woman had a high body count, I'd be like, oh, you might not be the wife. You just
What's your body count?
none of your business.
Well, I mean, it's put on our forehead to be a lot.
Oh
Wait,
my
that's
God,
wait,
that's
hold
crazy.
on.
Yeah, that was
That was
crazy.
him.
You got
It
big
was
forehead. I'm just
who?
saying.
Chris.
It's okay.
4 digits.
That was crazy.
All right. What are your thoughts
I'm
on
sorry.
the video? On the video.
On the
thoughts
video?
on the video, yeah. If any.
Disturbing, good, bad.
I honestly, I feel like I need to see scientific facts on that. That's really how I feel.
I have
now,
some data on. I have seen multiple people.
I mean,
talk about
logically-
this.
now, if it is true, my thoughts on it is, I don't know. I think you need to know who you're dealing with, but that just goes regardless. Before or after this video, you just need to know who you're dealing with.
But how would you know, though? You said earlier before, men would never know your body count, and vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, but you can tell the type of person you're with.
But fully, though?
When you're with them, yes, you don't have to know how many bodies they got to know that they're a whore. You don't have to know how many bodies they got to know that they fuck without a condom. Like,
I would argue most men don't know.
if it's the first time you guys are fucking and she's not asking for a condom or asking about a condom, you don't even have to put up an excuse about a condom. I think you know what type of bitch you're fucking with, you know? You don't need to know her body count to know what type of girl you're dealing with. I mean, I feel like I know what type of guy I'm dealing with when I'm dealing with them.
What's the biggest red flag for you when you're like dealing with a guy and you're like, yeah, this guy's a whore?
knowing that they're a whore.
For you, or he's promiscuous. Let's use that,
Honestly,
'cause I don't think men could be.
honestly, I've never been in a situation where I've never been in a situation where like right off the bat I'm like, okay, this is where they're a whore. Like,
oh, okay.
I have to have
So you
like
don't have any player radar?
I have to have like a reason, and then I go through a phone, and then that's when I see that they're a whore.
Oh.
You know.
Okay.
Once I go through the phone is when I know that they're a whore. But you have to give me a reason to go through that, you know?
Okay, what would be a reason for you to prompt you to go through their phone to think that they're promiscuous?
Maybe the fact that you're answering calls quietly or something. Like you're sneaking off, like doing stuff, you know what I mean? If you're being sneaky and I ask you, or even if I ask about something and then I find out you lie about it later, like, all right, after that, like the trust is gone.
All right.
And once the trust is gone, I feel like the relationship is.
All right. What about you? What's your thoughts on the documentary? Or sorry, the documentary.
Video.
The video, my bad.
So like I'll piggyback off of you as well. Like I want to know if it's actually like true, like scientifically, but like at least me personally, there hasn't been like a lot of guys that's like finished in me, so like I'm chilling. I mean, like why, like, and honestly, like, why would you judge me from like my past? So I'm not ran through, but like.
So out of your 19,
Stop the cap.
how many niggas give you cream pie? Don't lie.
Cream pie.
Come on, man.
Who counts anything?
Four?
On your face.
So you got 4 niggas inside of you? That's crazy, bro. Four. Hold on. Four DNAs.
Come on, man.
I've seen
wait,
four
wait, wait.
DNAs in your body, bro.
But how many girls have you cream pied in?
That's not the point. You
That is the point.
You retain
How many
semen.
babies you got?
Hold on.
Oh my God.
I didn't lie. You retain it.
Big deal.
That's in your brain, nigga. That's in your body, bruh.
Bruh, I was young.
4
It don't
niggas?
matter anymore. It don't
It's
matter
still there,
anymore.
bruh.
I mean, you're still young.
I don't care, bro. It was the past. It doesn't matter.
What's the past? It doesn't matter.
You giving
Exactly.
life to multiple women though, so it's like you contributing to so many babies. So how many kids do you
No, I'm
really
saying
have?
men generally give life, but you retain it though, so that's crazy. All right.
I'm going to based off
women give
the video. You leaving your DNA
Bruh,
in multiple women
Sterling,
It's probably not even
can-
true.
What do you
It's
say?
probably not even
contributing to
true.
the kid.
I mean, as an ex porn star, is that logically true in some ways?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of studies that reference this
Yeah.
before. Yeah, and I thought when I've seen people quote it before, they don't refer to they talk about like women retain every partner. Like it's specifically the DNA, so they have to be like jizzing in them. You know, but you think about that, man. Like, you know, I think you might know this stat. Like before the advent of like the birth control pill,
Yeah.
right when like what's the word, contraception was like primarily in the hands of men via a condom.
Yeah.
Right. We actually had way lower instances of unwanted pregnancies. Like after the birth control pill came on the market, you put contraception in the hands of women. Basically, like they have to remember to take it every day, right? And they have to be honest about the fact that they're taking it as well. We actually ended up with a far greater rate of unwanted pregnancies.
But why are you guys
Isn't that
putting it in our
That's very
hands?
That's a good. Why are we?
Keep the
That's a
fucking
great
condoms
question.
on.
That's a great question.
Don't put it in our
Well, but-
hands.
So get rid of.
You guys know we're irresponsible.
Get rid of birth control.
Trying to be funny here.
And birth control has hormonal birth control has all kinds of terrible side effects on
No,
women.
yeah.
Terrible side effects. And women mate select completely differently
Yes.
on
yeah, can you
birth
tell them about
control
this?
than
I
off
don't do
birth
birth
control.
I'm sorry,
control.
we've talked about this before. Can you tell them for the audience that might not be familiar with this?
Yeah.
How they mate versus on and off birth control?
Yeah, so the study I've referenced before, it was this study where they got a bunch of guys basically to not wear any deodorants or colognes or fragrances or anything like that for like several days. Like they had to wash with like a basic bitch soap or whatever, right? And then they had these guys wear plain cotton t-shirts and run on a treadmill for several hours and sweat into these t-shirts. And then they bagged these t-shirts up, like labeled them. They knew which t-shirt would belong to which guy. And I think they took like DNA samples, testosterone samples, and like some kind of sample based upon their immune system. And then they selected a random panel of women, and they asked the women to rate the smell of these different t-shirts. And what the general consensus that they found was that women found a guy's scent attractive if their immune system profiles were more different. which would imply that if they had a kid together, the kid's going to get this sort of cross-pollination of immune system profiles, right? So the kid's more likely to be able to defend against more diseases and things, right? The outliers in the study were women who were on hormonal birth control, and they mate selected completely like randomly. So it wasn't like it was there was a positive correlation to the way that they selected, like their offspring would be healthier. It was completely random.
I do want to say this because I know me and you had discussed this, and I won't give too much away. But this is a big reason too why I like to tell guys to stay away from like promiscuous women for like being in a long-term relationship with them.
Louis, what do you think?
That video.
Yeah, because there's other like data points that kind of reflect this, where the more partners a woman has, the lower the likelihood of maintaining a stable long-term marriage or a relationship. So this is just one of many different data points that kind of covers
But
this.
that, no, come on, that was ridiculous. No, and he said like the thing about, oh, you have a kid and it resembles your previous partner. No one thinks that.
Well, there has been
that's
some,
insane.
but there has been scientific data that reflects this. That women absolutely like the more sexual.
Plus,
partners
that
they
guy
have.
looked like he was in a trance. That was not a normal person. Did you know he didn't blink?
Hey, you might be AI, but I mean, like I said, the information though, I've read this in other studies as well when it comes to females.
See, this
and
is what they
pair
when they
bonding.
talk about misinformation on the internet. This is what they're talking about. It's that you're presenting that like it's scientific.
I mean, there's other
Come
studies that
on,
reflect
some
this
rando
where-
on the internet says that you can have a baby that relates to someone you had sex with 3 years ago. That's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that promiscuous women can be potentially problematic to a long-term successful
No,
marriage.
but on the
or
literal
relationship.
facts of that, Sterling, you've got a scientific background. You're not going to endorse that video.
Well, I'd like to look into it. Yeah, you'd be curious. It's worth at least investigating.
You've heard it said that a baby
I've seen
born to
something
a woman
similar.
can
I've seen-
resemble a partner she had like 3 years
not
earlier.
the resembling the partner thing, but I've heard the retaining the DNA.
But he said that like that was a commonly acknowledged fact that, oh, people have babies and it's like, it doesn't look like the dad, but it looks like her ex-boyfriend from 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I think if that happens, she's probably actually sleeping with the ex.
yeah, that could be it. But like as far as like the pair bonding and stuff like that, this has been replicated in other studies. I know the the Institute for Family Studies like showed this as well, where like once a woman gets, I forget there's a trigger number. I think it's over 5. After 5 partners, your ability to stay in a long-term marriage or relationship drops off significantly. So, look, there's going to be multiple data points or whatever, but I think it's pretty much almost factually sound at this point to say the more promiscuous a woman is, or the more promiscuous of a past she has, the more potential problems you might have in your marriage or long-term relationship with her.
I mean,
now there are anomalies, of course, right? There's going to be women out there that might have had 100 bodies and still be able to be in a good long-term relationship. But is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. And I think that's where guys can kind of get an idea of like, okay, I mitigate my risk by getting with a woman that will have less sexual experiences.
Louis has a point, though. A very good point.
What?
Well, I'm curious, Louis. Are you a neuroscientist yourself?
I'm a neuroscientist.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You are?
Fully qualified. I did a PhD in it.
Nice. That's awesome, bro. Where'd you go to school?
He's lying. He's lying.
I know.
I want to know why it's so weird when you look at the chat and it's just saying random like insults, saying like, "Who's the old guy?" and "Louis
No way.
and stuff.
No, he's the old guy.
Apparently,
What's wrong with you guys, man? Show some respect. I know.
Louis, you
He's a
can't
guest
be
on the show.
sensitive here.
Don't worry, Louis. They're insulting me too. Don't
No,
worry.
but
and they keep saying that it's going to be a hit piece.
Was that they're saying it's going to be?
Yeah.
We'll see, man. I mean,
hopefully not.
I mean, we've been pretty transparent, showing different sides. Hopefully, they can show the other side.
If not, they're on your head top.
Louis wasn't ready for this.
I mean, like, I've seen Louis.
I think it's because they saw the Vice documentary with Andrew Tate and Matt Shea.
That's why.
So that's why, because they're like, dude, they because we talked about this a little bit, with mainstream media and stuff like that. So that might be why they're a little skeptical. But this isn't Vice News, man. I don't think.
Yeah. Like for those guys in the chat who are skeptical, I've seen lots of Louis stuff in the past, and he's generally a very, very balanced and impartial, documentary filmmaker. So I would like to hope you treat us the same way.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to say who you guys have. It's up to you if you want to say who you guys have talked to for the interview.
Can we say that? No, probably better not.
Some names that you guys know. I'll say that. So it's gonna be. I think it'll be pretty good. So we got some good footage.
Listen, man, I ain't see shit, so I don't trust you, nigga. We're gonna continue though.